Good morning, Sean Leach here, Fit&Vital Life. In this video, I'm going to hopefully illustrate with my amazing artist skills, which I want to demonstrate how good these skills are. You may not know I'm great at art, and I'm going to show you here in a sec, how you, or why you may be frustrated with your weight loss results despite doing loads of cardio. I'm going to address the issue here and then give you a little bit of advice on how to push past the plateau that you may be experiencing if this is resonating with you. If you need any more help, you can reach out. There may be a link above this video, or you can choose a message or let me know another way if you need more help with anything I'm about to talk about in this video. So let's draw. This is what I'm about to shine. I'm about to shine with my artist skills. Obviously, I mean, come on. I don't want to show anyone up or anything, but this is just top draw. So this is the person who wants to lose some weight. Okay, and they have in their head, I am going to run. Maybe this is couch to 5k. So you start with a couch to 5k for argument's sake, but it doesn't have to be that, but let's just take this as an example, or try and illustrate it the best I can. So you go on your journey to start a couch to 5k, which is good, okay? So you're going to get fitter, you're going to lose a little bit of weight. So what will happen is this person will embark on this journey and start to do the couch to 5k. So what's going to happen along this journey, if I can just maybe spread that out a bit more, along this path of hitting the 5k, we're going to get fitter. You went from doing nothing, from sitting on the couch, to going out regular to do some runs. So you're going to get fitter. You may well lose some weight. You feel better, and healthier. Okay, these are all great things and things you'll experience within this period here of going from couch to 5k. Now, the reason you may be frustrated with your weight loss despite doing this is a couple of things that can happen from my experience of helping hundreds of women over the past 5 years. This is one of the biggest stumbling blocks that people fall into, and why they don't see any further progress is because they complete this, but they'll stick here. Continue to do 5k, 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 over and over and over again. What happens is when you start, by the way, if this is making sense or not making sense, let me know. I'll help if there's any questions. I'll go through the questions as and when they come. I'm just checking they can actually see that pretty well. Oh God, I'm so good at art. I mean, come on. I'm going to pack in this gym and take up artistry. Okay, so what happens is when you embark on any sort of journey, you'll experience some short-term benefits, because the body's went from sitting doing nothing, right? It's went from sitting doing nothing, you put it under stress you give it any sort of activity that it's not used to doing, such as running to hit the 5k. The body's going to respond to this stress, and the stress being running, by giving you these things. It's going to make you fitter, because if it knows, it's starting to understand and experience every day that you're now running further and further and further and further and further. So the body's response to that is to get fitter so that you can keep running further and further and further. The body's response is, it's going to lose a little bit of weight, you're burning more energy, and so that's a response. It's an adaptation to what you're doing. You lose a little bit of weight because you're moving more, so you're burning more calories, obviously providing you're eating well, I think we all understand that. You're going to feel better because you went from doing diddly dick to now doing more stuff, so you feel good, and in turn you feel healthier. But when we go through this process and you hit the 5k, if you just stick at this, or if you don't make this, if you don't run that faster 5k, then your body's going to stop, because it has no reason to further progress with these things, because you're just continuing to do the same thing over and over again. Remember, it is adapting k by k, right? So you went from doing nothing to 1k, God, that's hard, but then all of a sudden you're doing 2k, well, that feels easier. It's adapting, it's getting fitter, and it's allowing you to do that work by making your body more able to do it, by getting you fitter and losing some weight. So if you just keep going, but then stop at 5k, or stop running any further, or stop running any faster, then the body's just going to stop changing. It has no reason to make any further change. It's accustomed and it gets used to doing this if you just stay there over and over again. And again, this is from my experience of helping hundreds of women. This is one of the common things that happen. And I've told the story millions of times, but you know, I used to have a manager at my work who would cycle at my old job, so cycle a ridiculous amount of miles to and from work, and I worked there for over a year, never changed a bit. I've went in more detail about the story before, but long story short was, because he just done the same thing every single day, the body was accustomed to, although that would appear to be a great exercise and activity, and it is, but if the goal is to lose weight and tone up, you've got to keep progressing, you've got to keep challenging the body further. If you just keep doing, I love this quote, if you keep doing what you always do, you're always going to get what you always had, or something along those lines. Basically, the long story short is, you've got to keep on pushing the body, keep on progressing to keep making further change. So I touched on it before, but what can we do here? So you can run further, right? Or you can do this faster, right? So that's going to then force the body to progress more, because if you're doing a steady thing to 5k, you hit 5k, now you start running further, these things will extend, so you'll get thicker so you can be able to do it. If you start running faster, your body's going to adapt by making you faster, so that you'll improve your time it takes to get to 5k by pushing yourself faster, and it's going to make you a lot fitter. So those are great. Now the downfalls to that is longer. Again, this is just from my personal experience of helping a lot of girls who run and come here. Longer equals more pain. I mean, it's grueling. I used to do some long distance running myself. It's hard work. It kills your limbs. I've had girls that come in here who have been advised by doctors and physios to not run because they've damaged the body so much from just doing too much long distance running. So if you're not looking after your body behind the scenes, regular massaging, eating well, really, you've got to, when you're doing long distance running, you've got to really look after your body a lot, because it gets under a lot of stress, a lot of impact all the time. So unless you're looking after your body really well with stretching, regular massage, physio treatment, all singing, all dancing, you're probably going to run into some problems when it comes to long distance running, because it's just so painful, okay? So running faster is a great thing to do, because it fires up a different mechanism of the body. I'll not go into too much detail on the science, but when you're running long, slow distance, you're working your slow twitch muscle fibers. When you're running faster, you're igniting your fast twitch muscle fibers. So it adds a different dimension to the body, a different challenge to the body, which in turn is going to make you fitter. Okay? But so what I suggest is, if you're in this position where you're doing a lot of cardio and you're not feeling any further benefits, a great way to shock the body into more weight loss is to lift weights. And I bet you've all seen that coming, because if you follow me for any period of time, you know that I'm a big believer in lifting weights. And here's why I think it's a good thing to add into your routine. I'm not saying you have to give up cardio, but you don't necessarily need to do it. But if you do want to do it, you enjoy doing it, fantastic, keep doing it, but do some weights as well. Because what a common pitfall, again, this is just from my personal experience, helping hundreds of women over the past 5 years, a common thing that happens when you're doing lots and lots of cardio, you can lose a lot of muscle tissue if you're not doing weights. So that can slow down your weight loss as well, because having muscle tissue in the body is an effective body fat burning mechanism. If you've got muscle tissue in your body's really efficient at burning body fat, because it makes you a metabolic machine. Having muscle tone burns a lot of calories, even when you're at rest. So having muscle tissue makes your body more efficient at burning body fat at rest, better than doing cardio in my personal opinion. But you can include the two of them together. I used to do that. I used to do a lot of running, I used to lift a lot of weights, I used to combine the two together, and I enjoyed doing it. It was great. But now I'm more into just doing weights on its own. So it's not that you can't do running or cardio as well as weights. You can if you want. But if you're at a plateau point now and you're frustrated with your current weight loss, injecting some weights is going to fire up muscle tone. Something you're not going to get here. You're going to be building muscle tone. Now, I know your legs get worked hard, especially when you're sprinting, and you know your legs are fit and they're good and they're strong, but you're not building muscle tone. The only way you can build muscle is through lifting weights. There needs to be a constant progression of weights to build the muscle tone. Now, I'm emphasizing the word build it, because in order to keep building muscle tone, you need to do weights. So muscle tone is going to fire up the metabolism in the body. More muscle tone means your body's going to be just a fiery machine of burning calories. So that's going to be great. Also, less injuries, because you're building strength in the body, which is going to make it better when it comes to running. If you're just hammering the body over and over and over and over and over again doing running, again, this is from my personal experience doing a lot of running, used to play a lot of football as well, but also helping women for 5 years with these issues, it kills. It really, really hurts. But if your bones and your muscles and your joints are strong, you're going to hurt less. Okay, it protects you against muscle imbalances as well, meaning if you're doing a lot of running, your quads and your calves are getting a lot of impact, a lot of tension in their muscles, but could be neglecting other parts of the body, such as your core, which is going to cause some problems downstream of your legs. A lot of the girls that come here, you know, they have pains in their knees and their ankles. They'll go and see a physio. The physio will tell them to strengthen up their core and their bum, because that part of the body's just took so much damage. With this part being neglected, if you strengthen up the full body using weights and core exercises as well, you're going to help minimise the risk of imbalances and injuries on the body as well. So a great way to make this just better is injecting some weight training into your routine a couple of times a week. So you could do all of these. I mean, why not? Like, run further, run faster, but also do weights as well, and make sure you're looking after your body, especially if you're experiencing pains and things. You know, it can really damage your long-term running. So make sure you're getting some, getting looked after, regular physio, massage, regular stretching as well is going to really help. But injecting weights a couple of times a week is a big, big thing to include to help the overall strength of the body, as well as to push past that plateau of weight loss if you're experiencing that. So I hope this video has helped. If you need help getting started with weights, here in our gym in Holystone, Newcastle, we can help you out, or we can help you out online as well. I'll just check if there's any questions before I go. I can't see the questions, so that's a waste of time. But I hope this has helped. I mean, don't be too intimidated by how good I am at art. Just take the concept here and the advice to just, you know, just think about always trying to progress. Like, that's the way weight loss and any progress is made. I mean, not just weight loss, anything in life. There has to be constant progression. You never just get something and it's always there. I mean, if you think about like ride the bike, it's possible, you know, to kind of be a bit forgetful and rusty when it comes to riding the bike after 20 years. Swimming, I mean, God, I could borderline just about carry myself around water, but now I wouldn't even bother getting in. You know, loads of things. You've got to keep working at it over and over and over again. You're a constant work in progress. Keep grafting, keep working hard, keep challenging the body, and it will keep changing. Okay? Take care. Have a great day.